Hey everyone, hope you're all having a wonderful evening wherever you are, or a wonderful day. But I want to talk about an important life skill. It's been a while since I've done a video like this, but I see a whole lot of stuff on YouTube, and sometimes I see some pretty extreme things. Like I've actually, if you've watched the YouTube channel Brave Wilderness, you'll see there's one video where Coyote Peterson, the host, like jumps off a rocky ledge and then falls down 15 feet. I think the video's like cliff fall or something, and I've seen that, and plus I've also seen a couple other crazy things on YouTube, and it always gets me worried when people do that. Like, Coyote Peterson was extremely lucky when he landed on his back in that video. Like, if he had landed on his head, he probably would have died or gotten a serious concussion. And you can see why he always says never repeat what you see him doing, and I can see what he means. But I don't mean to say this, and I really don't mean to insult Coyote Peterson or the Brave Wilderness channel, but some of the stuff I see him do is just dumb. For example, in a video where he catches a whole bunch of yellow jackets to see if they're still angry after a while of being released. Like, of course they're still angry. You took them away from their home. So, sometimes it gets on my nerves. I mean, I know he's trying to educate the public and just tell people to steer clear of these things, or just keep your eyes out for them and pay attention to your surroundings. But at the same time, isn't there a better way we could do something like this? Because there is no move in the entire world that is worth your life. You only grow one set of fingers. If you lose a finger, you are never going to grow it back. And if you die, you don't regenerate. It's not a game. And I've seen a whole lot of that stuff, and sometimes I think to myself, you're lucky you're not allergic to those yellow jackets, Coyote, or you'd be in serious trouble. And he also did this video on centipedes, and he says that he fears them because he says that there's one that could have a bite that's more painful than a rattlesnake. And I watched some of his videos, and he says, like, I never planned to get intentionally bitten by a rattlesnake. And I'm like, well, that's actually, that's an example. Like, if you're bitten by a rattlesnake, it will be definitely a trip to the hospital for you. And I'm glad he's never going to do that, because that's a little too extreme, if you ask me. And I said to myself when I watched that video, you better not intentionally get bitten by a rattlesnake, Mr. Peterson, because if you do, I will never watch your channel again. But he wouldn't do that, though, and I'm glad. But yeah, and some people make crazy moves. Like, some people do crazy stuff, you know. Like, I once watched this when we were driving home, I think from the airport after coming home from a trip. There were like some train tracks out there, and as the gates went down, one car literally ignored the gates, got into the other lane, and literally dodged the train. And I was furious about that. I was like, you're lucky that train wasn't super close. Like, if that train was closer, you probably would have been extremely hit. Really extremely hurt, but that would have been a huge hit. Like, trains have been known to crush cars like tin cans. And I heard a train can take up to a mile to stop. So that's why they're dangerous. So that's another example. And the final example I do want to tell you about is I've watched this show called Man vs. Wild with Bear Grylls before, And in the Desert Survivor episode, he was talking about, like, he was crossing a salt pan, and he says that the temperature out there is 130 or 130 degrees, and he says that, like, I understand that, like, I really hope that you're prepared, Mr. Grills. Because, like I said, if you're not prepared and you cross a 130-degree salt pan, you will likely get heat exhaustion really quickly. And, I mean, he was prepared. He was with a crew, but, really, crossing a salt pan should just never be done. My opinion, nobody should set foot on those. Because if you're out in the middle of a salt pan and it's 130 degrees out, you could lose up to a liter of water an hour, maybe even more. And unless you have water with you, it could be the last day you ever... It could be the last move you ever make. That's if you didn't have water. But some of this stuff I watch just gets my mind thinking, and I always just let myself know, whatever happens, however crazy people may be, there is no move out there in the world that is worth your life. Like, anyone who, like, jumps off a cliff just for fun is just dumb. People that dodge trains are also just dumb. And people that cross salt pans just to experience how bad it was and they're just not prepared, that's pretty foolish. It's really foolish to just cross a salt pan empty-handed. So that's just one thing I want to talk to you guys about, is there is no move out there in the world that is worth your life. So I want you guys to be careful. You can do pretty much anything you set your mind to, but if you're thinking about doing like a move, like jumping off of a cliff, don't do that. It's not worth getting injured. It's not worth going to the hospital. It's not worth your life. So I just want you guys to know that. No move in the world is worth your life. So I want you to know that. That's just one thing I want to talk to you guys about. I know it's been a while since I've done a video like this, but I do these life skill videos every once in a while. Because it's useful. It's really useful, but with all that being said, I just wanted you guys to know that. But, if you thought that this video, I really hope that this video is useful for you. And, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. And, as always, subscribe for more. And, as always, guys, stay tuned for more videos. And, I'll see you guys next time.